All righty. It now being 6:30 p.m., I'm going to now open the North Carver Water District meeting for August 28, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. in Meeting Room 2. It's posted in accordance to Mass General Law 30A, Section 20B. There's a Zoom link here with Attorney Galvin, and it is being recorded by Area 58. Is there any public comment right now? No one is here, so we'll just move right on. We have here on Zoom Attorney Galvin, Robert W. Galvin. He's part of Galvin & Galvin, PC. It's 10 Enterprise Street, Suite 3, Duxbury, Mass. 02332. And he's got a meeting at 7 o'clock in Plymouth, so we want to get him onto his meeting as quick as possible. I just give you a rundown is I put out a number of calls to other attorneys. Only one got back, MTC, and MTC went ahead and they said they weren't interested at this time to continue on. So I asked them if they had anybody else that they think would be interesting, and they gave me Attorney Galvin's number. I called him, I sent him an email link for it, and talked to him on his own page there. And we got back and forth through talks, and I talked to him the other day on the phone, and he'll be interested in representing us as counsel for the North Carver Water District. I gave you a copy of his resume and also some of his other information that he has that he provided to us. I'd like to open this up to the members if you have any questions, comments, issues for Attorney Galvin.
I do not. I do not either.
All right. So, sir, Attorney Galvin, please, the floor is yours.
All right. Well, thank you very much for inviting me to just to meet you and present to you. Just a little bit summarizing my background. I've been a municipal attorney for 32 years. I represent as town council the towns of Marshfield, Norwell, and Stoneham, Massachusetts. I also have a number of lesser roles in other communities. I represent the Plymouth Airport Commission. I represent the Plymouth Growth and Development Corporation, which is the parking wing of the town of Plymouth. I represent the, I still represent the water commissioners in the town of Pembroke. I represent the Southfield Redevelopment Authority, which is the governmental authority for the former Naval Air Station at South Weymouth, and I have some other miscellaneous gigs, but I do have some significant water district experience. I formerly represented another small water district that's not too far away from you that my job was to make sure I didn't have a job, the South Sagamore Water District, as I've indicated on my resume. The South Sagamore Water District was a water district with about 150 customers. The water district was, at the time I was engaged, affected by MTBE contamination and either had to make a decision whether it was going to install treatment for MTBEs or it was going to connect by a pipeline to the Bourne Water District and merge with Bourne. So my role after about a year was to actually make sure my job didn't exist and to merge through special legislation the district with the Bourne Water District, which I accomplished about a year later. You know, what all of the communities that I represent have water departments, typically falling within a Department of Public Works, fairly sophisticated in a number of different issues as it relates to water service and water departments. Robert was kind enough to tell me some of the things that you had coming up. A lot of it had to do with RFPs. Because I have a broad municipal background, one of the things that I do fairly frequently is either put out requests for proposals, review requests for proposals created by engineers that are working with and for communities that I represent. I'm conversant in most of the issues that deal with water departments and water districts, and have innumerable other contracts with other water districts down the Cape because other than my municipal work, occasionally I'll do some work for developers, and we need water connections, and that poses all types of interesting issues. But I have a pretty broad-based municipal background. My firm is myself, and I have an associate by the name of David Hennick, who's not with me tonight, but we try to stay pretty lean and mean, small firm, because one of the things I found is the relationships I have with my municipal clients are the most important. And being small keeps my hand in every aspect of what I do. So I'm familiar with Carver. I've had matters in Carver before. I used to represent the Weston brothers that have a large cranberry bog in Carver. One of the brothers just recently passed away. I represented their dad, Myron Weston, before that. But other than that, I drive through Carver frequently on my way to Falmouth. I hate driving on the highway, and it's much easier to come down through Carver. So I'm pretty familiar with the town, and I've had matters with the Conservation Commission before. I know at least one of the selectmen. I formerly knew the town administrator. I'm not acquainted with the current town administrator, but again, these are topics that I don't think would be very difficult for me. There'll be no learning curve, and all you need to do is point me in the direction and tell me to go.
Cool.
Okay, so like I said on the phone to you, we don't have a legal counsel as now. That's why we're reaching out to you. We
Yep.
may be in need of one for a longer period of time for this, and we're
Yep.
limited for 30B of how much we can spend with this.
Yep.
So just wanted that to be aware, because that would be one of the things,
Yep.
we'd have to put an RFP out for a legal counsel in the future, but that's not in,
Yep.
not right now. So that's going to be
Sure.
put on the sideline. The other one is we need a contract with Middleborough for a distribution
Okay.
operator. That's going to be first on our list. That
Okay.
would need to be done. And then the next one is an engineering study. So I have some that I've created already here.
Okay.
The board has seen some of them. There's two of them they haven't seen yet, and we'll talk about this tonight for that. And then the next one is a permanent operator for the plant if the plant does get up and running again. So those are the
Sure.
RFPs that will need to be put out there. And then
Okay.
if there is any potential litigation after going through some of the engineering of things, if we need that, that may have to happen in the future. But as of, that's really it in a nutshell.
All right.
I'm pretty familiar with,
Well,
go ahead.
I'm happy to help you for as long as I can be helpful to you, whether that's on a temporary basis or on a permanent basis or an indefinite basis. You just tell me what you need, and I'm happy to help.
Excellent. I'm very familiar with the open meeting law, public records law. I think one here knows about that. But so I hopefully we won't have any problems with that, of getting any complaints filed against us. So that being said, I'll entertain a motion if anybody wants to make one for our legal counsel at this time.
I'll make a motion.
Motion to have
Yeah, Mr. Gevins.
as our counsel
As
for
our
the
counsel.
local waters.
Yeah, for the-
I have a motion, second.
Sure, second.
I have a second. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, it's unanimous. Thank you very much. Is it okay, he did submit a representation letter here, that,
Yeah, it's a draft engagement letter. It basically says that I'm gonna work on an hourly basis. If we come up with a specific project and you want me to alter that and do something differently, I'm happy to discuss alternative fee arrangements. I just bill once a month. There's no retainers involved. Really don't have billing disputes with my municipal clients ever. That's one of the great things about working for municipalities and water districts and growth and development corporations. It's a very good relationship, and I enjoy doing this. So
One of the things in here is, just to let you guys know, is the hourly rate is $175 an hour. Just to let you know, that's a lot lower than KP Law. So that's a huge savings for us here. Yeah, so it is placed for all three of us to sign. All right, if you guys would like to sign that tonight here, and once it's signed, I can send that over to him. So he has his copy and we have our copy, and we're good to go.
Yeah, and just so you know, in the future, Wednesday nights are actually a very good night for me, so if that's a regular meeting night for you on a Wednesday, I would expect whenever you want me to be in person, I would be there. Tonight was just too short a notice, and I already made a commitment to attend a public hearing in Plymouth, so, but in the future, I'm happy to be there, and I just want you to know, like, sometimes things happen, particularly with my water districts over on a weekend, and I will provide you all with my cell phone in case of an emergency, and you're welcome to call me 24/7, so.
Thank you.
Cool.
All right, we're all signed up here, thank you very much. All right, and that's it for you, my friend. Sir, thank you very much. Enjoy your meeting in Plymouth, all right? And
Okay. Yeah, and just let me know when you want to sit down and go over this, and I'm happy to do it.
Okay, I'll give you a call tomorrow.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I'll be around all day tomorrow.
All right.
Good night,
Thank you
everybody.
very much. Have a good night.
Cool.
All right, we now have council.
Perfect.
Great. All right, so next is a discussion vote on legal counsel for the North Cal Water District. We just did that. Discussion and vote to have an RFP, ITB invitation to bid, created by members to review by council. So,
Did you look and see if they had the prior one? Remember when they did the engineering study years ago?
I forgot to send that to you.
Oh, okay.
The one from
The prior
the
engineering?
prior, yeah. I'll email that to
Okay.
you guys. I forgot to do that.
I mean, if we get a copy of that and have him look
Yeah,
at it.
right.
And he's familiar with it.
Right.
So we say, hey, we want to look at 3 different options, supplying the district and building and
Right.
so forth.
So whatever engineer company we go with, that will be helpful to them.
Right.
But this first one here, this one, the North Carver Water District,
Yep.
I put Water Distribution Supervisor. This is just a draft. This
Yep.
is just a draft that I put up together. It's missing some things in here because I did this with Middleborough in mind.
Right.
So scope of service isn't really in here yet because we don't know what scope of service that they're gonna wanna do for us.
Right.
But we're at their disposal, and legal counsel will sit down with them, and I'd like to know if you guys will allow either me, Eric, or you, one of us, to be the go-to person to discuss with Middleborough what they want out of a distribution, what I call supervisor.
Right.
For it,
Okay.
for us. So,
Do you want to get them a copy of this? To kind of look and they can kind of fill in
The
the blanks?
Middleborough?
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, that's between you and the lawyer, our law firm now, because he's gonna be the person that's gonna help draft this
Okay.
with us.
Because they had sent us a proposal, I think it was very vague, right? What they had sent for distribution
No,
early on.
they didn't send me anything.
I thought we had it well, I don't have last week's stuff with me. It was just like a 1-page entering an agreement for distribution services.
No, that was for the legal counsel.
Oh, legal
That's for
counsel.
the legal counsel that Copeland and Page would
Okay, good.
represent all 3 entities, so.
So I can get this over to the, yeah, if you want to have our, Mr. Gavin, look at this, or do you want to
Okay.
see if Middleborough wants to fill it in?
Well,
Then have them look at it?
It's gonna be cheaper.
whichever way we want to do it, okay? But we need a go-to person, whoever's gonna be that. And I'm gonna be totally honest, I have sent messages to Middleborough and they're not responsive to me. Clearly, they're responsive to you, which is quite frustrating.
Sorry.
Being the chairperson and they won't even respond to me. I shouldn't say they, but the town administrator. At some point, you're gonna we're gonna have to sit down and talk about things.
Yeah, I'm sure if they
But-
looked at this, they can kind of fill in the blanks on what the scope involves, and I'm sure it's going to meet DEP's requirements.
Correct.
And then they can kind of scratch everything in, then we can kind of give this to Mr. Gavin.
Right.
Review, and if he says,
That's fine with me.
Okay.
I'd like a motion for Eric to be the lead person to discuss the distribution supervisor.
Second.
You make the motion.
I'll make motion, yeah.
Excellent, good. All right, Doug's made the motion. I'm gonna second it, that Eric will be the lead person to discuss it with Middleborough for the water distribution supervisor.
All in favor?
Discussion, all in favor, say aye. Aye, unanimous. All right, we're good. The next one is proposal for legal service. We're gonna hold off on this one right now, because we don't need it as of yet. All right, we'll keep it up, hopefully we'll keep it under $10,000.
Yep.
All right, that's our goal for that. In there, I did put
I saw that.
in that one, that we keep it under the $10,000 limit.
Yeah, and he was good with that, he understands.
Yeah, no, I understand, that's
Because
good.
it's probably gonna be short term, I assume, I'm hoping that the
Well-
engineering and things will go kind of quick.
Okay, so we'll go with the engineering first. Big thick one here.
That's the RFP, right?
This is an RFP for engineering services for a study on us of the existing treatment plant, plant conversion to chlorine-based system, a water tower placement, and other options for water supply. It's kind of broad spectrum of everything that we talked about before.
Right.
This is my first time doing something this intricate for it. I tried to get everything that we all talked about into this. Some is some legal mumbo jumbo. I did take this from somebody else. Some of this we're gonna have to adjust as I went through it. Yeah. So from page 15, page 16. From page 16 on, I still am working on, just to let you know. But there's plenty of reading for you guys to do before we turn this in to him.
Okay.
Because I want us to go ahead and go through everything for it. And please look it over. If you see any changes, modifications, please let me know. At our next meeting, we'll turn around and talk about this to go forward, and any change will be made that you guys give me. And then we'll submit it to the lawyer, let him go through everything to make sure everything's legal and covers us under 30B, and when we put it out to RFP, he can assist us with that too.
Perfect.
All right, there's that one, and last but not least is Water System Operations Management. You already have this one. I printed it out again, just so you guys did have another copy. Nothing's been changed from the last one. But this is if we're going to get the plant up and running. And I don't know if we get an engineering company to come in for this, if they're gonna want us to have somebody in there to get it up and running, or they will get it up and running to see what's wrong with it.
Okay.
I don't know that.
We can actually have them come.
Well, it can be, that can be put in there, that they'll be responsible for that. So that means they're gonna have to know what a xenon system is, a Z-weed or whatever it is, system, for it, okay? And that's that. So if you guys, plenty of reading till next month. Discussion and vote to have Middleborough Department be temporary operators, or I shouldn't have said operators, I should have said distribution supervisors here. I'm gonna entertain a motion that we do authorize this pending contract negotiations.
Right.
But it shows them that we're interested,
Yes.
okay?
It's all
So
moving forward.
I'm interested in
I'll make that motion.
we have a motion to have Middleborough Water Department be a temporary distribution operator supervisor, all right, for the North Carver Water District. Second? Second? Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay, we're good. Then, anything else here, guys, you're not talking about?
Real quick,
Yeah.
Premier generator, I had him just tighten this up, but that PM service, major PM, minor PM, that's the flat cost of it. There's no additional charges. These are after hours, holidays, if something goes haywire. But that's the contract. It's for a year. I told them we'll initial it and sign it and send it back.
Okay.
If they want to get it up and running, the generator right away and do a major PM on it.
Okay. I didn't know that you were coming with this
Oh,
here at
okay.
this meeting right now. It wasn't on, what I'm saying here is, it wasn't on the agenda, but because I didn't know within 48 hours, we can discuss that. I have no problem with it, because we did discuss it at the last meeting, but didn't know if it was coming up this meeting or the next one. So therefore, if anybody wants to make a motion, go right ahead. We're not in violation of the open meeting law, because I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Take the motion.
Yeah.
No,
I'll make a
second.
motion.
the motion to approve Premier Generators to that contract. All right,
Second.
and he seconded it, Eric seconded. The motion second discussion. Again, I just want to make sure everyone knows it's within 48 hours that I didn't know anything about it. So therefore, I have no problem with this, and all those in favor say aye.
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 And then I had a second thing. I didn't have the keys. I just picked up the keys, but when Eric was there, you actually said that.
O&M's,
Okay, time out here. Okay,
it's not really North Carver water stuff. It's the Carver property so that embellishes the North Carver.
okay. As long as there wasn't discussion about North Carver Water
No.
District stuff.
No, it's about the property.
Excellent,
Yes.
thank you very much, I
I'm sorry about
appreciate that.
The property that,
Go ahead, Doug,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Anyways, we just did, and I said I didn't want to talk about it because I wait till we hear.
Mhm.
But he said something that the town might entertain. I think I didn't really get into it, but he might know better. But the town might entertain doing the landscaping.
because it's the town property.
It is, it's North Carver Water District property, because we own that, any fenced-in area, that's what we own. So we're in charge of it. Again, I have no problem with them doing that.
He was gonna
All right.
try to get out there this week.
But come out, if he, like I said, if he reaches out to me, I have reached out in the past and I don't get callbacks, and it is what it is. But they shouldn't be doing anything on the property effective with the North Carver Water District property. Should not be changing light bulbs, should not be changing anything without approval of the board here.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we,
So,
yeah, he was gonna take a look. I told him, reach out if he wants, I could show him what we're looking at. It was very general.
yeah.
So,
And if they do any work on our property, I mean O&M, if they do any work on our property, he should write it down, give us a price of how much it costs to do that. We need to keep track of all the money that the district uses.
Right.
All right, and even if they are not going to charge us for it, but we need to know, because if they don't do it sometime, we need to have a baseline of how much it costs to maintain our property.
right, well, it's actually not, it's Carver's property. We own the building, the pipe's underground, but the property, it's sitting on Carver land, so that's why they're gonna just take care of it like the ball fields or the graveyards.
So
It's Carver
that's
land.
not what the,
Because we don't pay
agreement.
taxes.
But I understand that. We're a government entity, we don't have to. But the way the contract was created
So you
for
wanna
the
know
North
how
Carver
we rate
Water
something
District,
with it.
anything within the fenced-in area that we own and the pipes, we own it. That means we're in charge of it.
Okay, so you want.
All right, so anything within the fenced-in area, we're supposed to do, but also, we also have to protect the security outside that area.
Right.
And I just want a price, let us know how long it took, how much did it cost you to do that, all right? That way, we can do a landscape item on our budget, put that on there, and then if he does stuff, then we say, great, no problem, here you go, take it from our budget, so it's not in your budget.
Right.
All right, it's granted, it's just keeping track of all the money.
Okay.
All right, and it's better for the taxpayers to know where all their money's going and how it's being utilized, and it's being utilized correctly.
Okay.
And we're gonna have an audit at some point. So, whenever we do have that audit, we wanna make sure that we have as much documented as possible for the audit. All right, but that's good to hear, I have no problem with that. Anything else?
And I thought I left these open, like I just wanted to nail down our last meeting, because I had the costs, and we just wanted to verify, that's why I'm
Correct.
bringing this up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weber Electric was $1,600, I just wrote it down, $1,600, that's for all new outlets, there's 15 in total, 12 are regular outlets, the other 3 are GFIs. That's also to remove the abandoned wire for the plant, and then permit from the town, and then also to split the circuits if needed, if that's the issue with he can't do anything until he gets involved with
Right,
it.
yeah.
But it's probably on 2 circuits, maybe make it 3 circuits for
Right.
all outlets, but it would be $1,600 in the permit fee, which I think is $50 from the electric.
Yeah, somewhere on it.
So it'd be $1,650, Weber Electric. He said it's
Okay.
probably gonna be 8 hours, a full day,
Right,
so.
okay. I'd like to have a couple of different options. I'd like to have whatever the scope of service is, I'd like to have at least 3 estimates that we come through.
Okay.
I understand it's underneath the amount that you need for it, but to go out there and say, all right, let's see, this is what we need. Go out, get a couple more people. I've already had other people out there to look at it.
Okay,
All
didn't
right.
we have a quote already?
Huh?
Did you have a quote?
I had quote for not for that limited service.
Okay.
That's it. Mine was broad spectrum of the whole place
Oh,
for
the
electric.
lights and everything.
Everything for the lights and everything else.
Okay.
So, like I said, I just think it's better that we have three different prices on it. Just,
Right.
it's a lot better that people say, all right, this person is a friend of this person, so they're getting the business, or that one.
Yeah, I just, he's a contractor that I've used for multiple sites,
Yeah.
and my company's use him, so I just called him,
Yeah.
and it was that day, he met
Right.
me. I said, okay.
So, like I said, I mean, but it's up, like I said, it's up to you guys if you wanna, what you guys wanna do.
I
So,
just wanted to get out there, he's,
yeah, like I said,
You want to?
it's up to you guys. What do you guys wanna do? If you wanna go with this, then go ahead and,
it's just the outlets, remote, we wanna get that wire taken out of there.
yeah, I know that.
Break up the circuits, and then the
Yeah.
permit, it's all gonna be legit, he's gonna pull the permit, split the GFIs, and then, yeah, that'll be everything, so. I got him in here, I don't wanna make the motion if everybody wants to do it, so.
I mean, I understand what you said,
Mhm.
maybe we should get at least one other quote just to see
That's fine.
what's going on.
So, I gave you the other people that did it,
Yeah, I'll grab the paperwork, I'll reach out and just say, what about to do this?
Yeah.
Okay,
give a price for that. There was one from Carver here, one from Plymouth.
yeah,
Yeah, one guy from Middleborough that came in that he never responded back to me with what he wanted, so,
okay.
like I said, I think they were the, oh my God, I forgot his name, John,
That's fine, I'll pull the minutes. We'll have
Right.
all the stuff in
yeah, John Dahl. John Dahl was one,
there. Okay,
and I forget the other company, from Plymouth. But yeah,
Okay.
just give them a buzz
yeah,
and
I'll
say,
reach out to
hey,
John.
all right, but yeah, and our next meeting, when do you want to have your next meeting? So,
Month.
it's one, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So, it goes into September.
18th?
Hmm,
It's like the 3rd week or the 25th?
It's up to you guys, doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter to me.
Let's do the 25th.
Okay.
We've had a lot.
Yeah.
All right,
So September 25th.
Same time, 6:30?
6:30 is good, yeah, thank you. Next week.
Okay.
All right, Clint, ready to go home?
Yeah.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Okay.
All right, all those in favor, say aye.
All right.
Excellent.
All right.
Thank you guys very much, I appreciate it. All right, we're working on our way through this.